First blood spills. I demand more.
Old 11's having a lot of fun of time up on this top lane. Well, there's a lot of pressure being applied from EHOME on the bottom. It's the fact that you're getting higher levels up in the Iron Shell. Roseab, you spend his Shadow Word to always attack. Okay, bottom lane, SVG. He's the one that will put down the wall. The Burrow Strike just goes on the Hell Bear, keeps him away, and now the TP begins. They have enough damage to clap and the Elusive Beam. The TP was going to be cancelled anyway, and EHOME spilled first blood on the bot lane.
Channel in on this mid lane, give Envy a bigger edge here if possible.
This is when the Runesteel actually pays dividends, because Old Chicken sitting at half of his life would be full if he had it before. Gonna rely maybe a little bit on raindrops to help him, and Naga Illusion makes Old Chicken a little bit timid, moves back into now the tower, gets the Breathe Fire off, the Burrow Strike is there, support is in the neighborhood from garder. Old Chicken needs to survive, but just cannot do it. Disruption, and Sylar rotates in. Looking to bring in the extra assistance, so MSS runs north. He's going to go down. They chase him down with Luna and SVG. Over into the Radiant jungle. The beam isn't enough. He can't get close enough. He needs a little bit more help. SVG starts to TP. There was nothing that would stop him. Sylar was too far away to lend the Elusive Beam, so it ends up being an off lane for a mid lane trade-off for the kills. But a heavy rotation from both sides.
Found both the jungle and the lane.
Look to the SK. Disruption, catcher, Old Chicken. He's an instant Dragon Tail stun. He's going to get it as well with the Breathe Fire. SK copying so much damage. The amplification still only at level 1 for the catcher. And went for 2 in disruption.
They had no detection there. They really only barely get that kill.
The stun! The arrow from Envy. He threw it from the mid lane. He actually connected. That's a long stun time. And Garder, he's not even here for a warding mission. He'll steal the Centaur. The wall will come up. And he needs to play the distance game. But again, Envy right in the money. Leaps in. And that Enchantress caught out at the secret shop. Bottom lane's being pressured very heavily.
Also shutting down Sylar as much as possible and stopping EHOME from being able to kind of group up, push, and take too many towers in the early game.
It's crazy to think that MP are the ones looking to be aggressive before they've got the rock up. Enchantress normally wins in these type of battles just because of the amount of support she can bring into the lane. And here she goes again. MSS will see her as SVG just a little bit further away. So the creeps start with a clap. The Centaur Stomp's there too. LaNm going to put the catcher on him. SVG's going to drop very, very quickly here. One charges will allow him to stay alive. They can't reach him just yet. Even the Glimpse try and drag LaNm back away. Well, that doesn't really work. And the Eclipse from Sylar. SVG starts his TP. MSS. Oh, the Elusive Beam. It reached him just enough. LaNm behind him, but EternalEnVy comes in with a surprise starfall. At least we'll get some revenge for his fallen teammate, but then manages to slip the arrow between creeps. Darkseer having a very casual move to his mech, and now LaNm, in fact, and Sylar try and predict the rotations. They smoke at the tier 2 tower, so that fresh Observer Ward down from SVG doesn't see anything.
They're smoking up here a bit, like that's as Darkseer's going back to base to heal.
Envy, they're coming in close. Disruption, LaNm didn't want him, he saw the support, went for that instead. The arrow is a short range one, Sylar waiting for it, the Elusive Beam is out, SK is low. With the Burrow Strike, they find the kill. The SD Illusions are chasing after MSS.
Yeah, EHOME won't be shy to go to the super late game as far as having the damage and the carry potential on their side. They will be a bit shy to go into big team fights because that's where Sanky, I mean, you mentioned the setup from the song into Epicenter, Burrow Strikes, Warlock Ultimates, Static Storms is scary.
Trying to look for SVG. Gonna see him go invis at the last second of the Moonlight Shadow. The Iron Shell sticking him out, but now the Burrow Strike into the rock. The damage on Sylar is huge. But he's still got 12 one charges. Glimpse back, now turns on the Eclipse with the defensive disruption. LaNm to get the full Eclipse off, but now still on the run out. MSS can't get close enough. LaNm creates the distance and will sacrifice himself, combining up with the rock. Oh, there's your first TP out. And the Warlock does end up going down, so it's the Darkseer who actually ends up killing off the Warlock, and now 11 back into the front row, going after MSS on the top lane, trying to play around this Darkseer wall. Garder low on life, but it's going to be that top lane where it's a triple kill now for Old 11. The pressure continually placed from EHOME in the mid. Warlock will end the spree of the Darkseer. Yeah, I think you said it perfectly a couple of minutes ago, though, like EHOME as well as MP, they're both happy to take this into the late game. Both teams have so many perks going into the late game. EHOME obviously can turn stuff around. Oh, top lane. Old 11 thought he had an opening charged in. Now SVG puts him in a storm. Does he have enough life? The mech charge is still available for the Darkseer. No surge, just going to back him. Looking for some interruption. Top lane, Old 11. That Burrow strikes out. The arrow from Envy. Oh, Old 11's got friends that will stay with him. puts on the wall, and MSS has to hide inside the sandstorm. Odd11 knows he doesn't have a kill here until support arrives. It's AUI, MSS so low. Odd11 trying to burn him down with the Iron Shell. Odd11 finds the kill! Straight trade off at the end of the day. A lot of support rotations in, but it's EHOME who now create more space in the mid lane, pushing in MP. They'll even leave an extra present of Luna behind.
The Blink Dagger on the Sand King, the Warlock, Fatal Bonds plus Rock combo.
Oh, Old Chicken's found his target. With that extra little bit of speed, they catch up to AUI. Song of the Siren. This is going to allow MP to set up. Rose has the ulti. He wants to throw it. Here comes the arrow. It hits the DK. Rock committed, plus the storm, plus the epicenter. Overkill is not in MP's vocabulary. They are just sending a message to EHOME for the next fights. Just remember what we can do. That, again, they go on this hunt with the LaNm Scepter on Envy. You do have that big burst, but okay, EHOME, they're still going to do it. They're underneath MP, no big ultimates. They are going in.
Get there just in time. I mean, the 80 seconds on the wall one is the big
one. Wait for it. Here it comes. Arrow flies, hits Sylar. Full 5 seconds. They waited out. The Naga illusions hovering around. And now SD says, well, thank you very much. I'll take one of those to myself as a souvenir home. MSS considering the Burrow Strike fall, but they all get fatally bonded. They have to bail out. EnVy! In for the jump! Triple kill! He's done the work! Even the arrow to Old Chicken. It was all set up by the fatal bonds. And EHOME, together they are tethered with a glimpse back into him! They go again! SK will find the kill! EHOME get team wiped! And that is the epitome of a disaster!
Whew. Okay.
All of fatal bonds is so.
MSN's like, yeah, that's a fight. We'll take
that's another day at the office. Let me just find my Dota 2 tie.
Oh god, he wasn't even impressed by that one.
Just Envy things. We expect that from him. Oh, NP now looking to punish even more. Garder going to get glimpsed back on the bottom. SVG with the help of Envy again, jumping for the double Starfall. Enchantress with the stick charges, trying to actually stay alive long enough with 3 points up and untouchable. Might be able to do it. The back is there. Now Envy in too deep. There's that hit coming from the impetus of Garder. 11 doesn't, not sure if he really wants to stick around for anything more of this, and yeah, he doesn't.
Oh, they've got a Warlock
Song of the Siren up with that Warlock. The rock can drop, the arrow will connect again. They go for the combo, and the star falls through their work. NP racking up more kills on the board. They'll take the tier 2 tower. Remember the old enemy, all of EHOME wasn't there. Old Chicken pushing out the mid, Sylar's pushing out the top. They're going to try and force MP to come home.
I mean, NP may be the ones who want to keep on pushing. They don't hit buildings all too well, and they're also in no rush. They have won 2 big fights in a row. They have a who just can't really move out on the map too effectively.
Old Chicken, as well as Garder, are the ones tasked with defending the bottom lane, even though they know they could be initiated on any time, just like this. The Feather Bond's connecting him to the creep wave. Old Chicken goes inside Invis. They drop down the rock. Where's that vision? The arrow! Envy connects! He found Garder on the back lines. The double Starfall will do the work. EHOME down 2. Buyback is available on the Enchantress, but not the big man, not the DK. Sylar's pressure on this top lane. MP are happy with this. They'll trade a tier 2 for a tier 3. And now they force off, sliding the SD into the kill.
Style points from MSS. That is some sick play from him. And
you have to, do you sack the racks? Is that actually what you have to do now? Oh no, the Dark Sea is too close! They jump in again! Time and time again, EHOME are getting caught with their pants down.
They still have all their ultimates outside of the Warlock, but that's fine. You can easily fight without the Warlock ulti if you've got your 4 others, and that is an easy Rax claim for NP, just finding all these pickoffs, chain feeds coming out from EHOME, and they're so far behind on farm at this point. Only the Luna has farm and level. She's about to complete a BKB, but that's not an item that's going to win you the game. It may help you do well in one team fight.
Epicenter, they found the opening. DK, again, no buyback. Old Chicken walked out. They're going to glimpse in Garder. His snare is there, the TP out, 0. Yep, he's got the time, but he's fatally bonded up. The heal back at Fountain is enough, and the sprites have finally returned to Garder.
And are having a bigger impact than core heroes on EHOME. Outside of the Luna, EHOME heroes are all behind where they're meant to be. They're missing their benchmarks.
I think Sylar's actually legitimately totally dead. Yep. Stormed up, Quick rotation. MP knew exactly what they want. They
has no
smoked
buyback.
the second after the fight.
Oh,
and again, EHOME are down a call with no buyback.
his BKB's on the courier. He didn't pick it up. He didn't have it there. And
At least MP don't know this, so
Yeah.
they may not force the issue.
yeah, I mean, again, they don't need to force the issue. This is one of those games where even if they...
Top lane, Burrow strikes there, Sylar, the arrow. As it's still a 10-second
That's-
BKB that has to be committed for this.
Almost as good as a kill. Not quite, but very close to it.
They're still having a little bit of trouble. The Naga illusions are there. Envy is going to have his Aghanims go, and AUI preps up the fight with a Song of the Siren. You've got the Luna as well as the DK sending runs off each other. The Storm, no, the positioning. The timing was wrong. Epicenter will come down. Now Luna has to fight and fight hard. EternalEnVy losing life too quickly with the impetus work. Disruptor is down, and EHOME are able to mount a defense. The coordination just a little bit off there from Disruptor.
Yeah, they didn't hit the arrow. He was expecting the arrow to land on the Luna, I guess, but they slightly mistimed it with the sleep and the arrow. The arrow went through Luna's body, and then the sleep got turned off as the Luna did not get stunned up by the arrow. The Static Storm also was not with a kinetic field, so Luna wasn't trapped at all.
MSS trying to play fancy, blinks and four-staffing Old Chicken in close. No one's really close enough to go straight in for initiation. They do see Old 11 sitting. Actually, do they get a glimpse of him? Song of the Siren comes again. Oh, there's three together. Enchantress, Luna, and SD. This time they're the combo. The rock will drop. The epicenter is there, and EHOME are wiped from the face of the earth. But don't worry, they will come back again. Maybe stronger than ever.
They caught
There's
no
your
one.
buybacks, and now actually even glimpsing the DK all the way back to Fountain. They jump in once again. Sylar and Garder down low. Old Chicken to the front lines. He'll stun up. The Eclipse goes to work, but Luna's already down. That's a die back for her. They'll get another one. This is the game. They've lost the DK, and P will do it. They bring down EHOME 2-1 and advance themselves forward in the Boston Major.
It was a tough round one opponent for them, but they bounced back so well from that game one defeat. That was some very pristine team fights outside of that one slightly botched one. NP had the drafts, they had the plays. Everything came together really nicely in this Game 3 decider.
It really, really did. NP, they went for it. They went for the team fight. They went for the combo. When it all comes together, it's wonderful. There's only one little bit of a hiccup, but
I mean, look at NP,
Put that aside.
13-0 and 10. He stood out so much that game. He made so many big plays, finding solo kills, sniping the courier mid.
It was not enough.